Hello, everyone. It's lunch day.
We finally made it.
For the wealthy mindset, universal thinking meets mental wealth. How excited are we, sis? It's like our meeting of minds, our books come together.
I know. I'm so excited about this. I'll tell you,
Um,
I'm so excited about this because it's you and I was like, and it
yes.
says Karen and Emma Weaver on the front, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yes, exactly. And I get to embrace everything that is Karen Weaver in this book. Hello to anyone who's watching. If you have any questions, please pop them in the comments and we will see them live and we bring you your question on screen. But let's talk about how this book came to be and why it's important for us that this book came to be. And my crazy idea, as I do, I have inspired thoughts, so it's not a crazy idea. Hey, Jennifer Sharp, thank you for the congrats. My inspired thought back in, I think it was July, when I thought, hey, Shelley, when I thought me and you were going to maybe meet in Sydney, and I was like, how about we write a book really fast? I talk about universal thinking, you talk about mental wealth. Let's just make it happen and see if it comes, because I want to work with thought leaders in individual books. And we were just like, okay, we'll see how this goes.
Yes. Yes, and that is typical you and your inspired thoughts. But I loved it because it just made perfect sense for you and I to come together in terms of I poured a lot of my knowledge into this book that I would have acquired over all those years working in mental health, but certainly over the last few years where I have had that growth mindset around mental wealth and how to achieve optimum well-being. And it just, whenever you mentioned it, I was like, it just made perfect sense for the two to come together and pour them into a book.
Well, do you know what it is? Whenever we get together, people always say, wow, the two of you together, this. We were like, just bringing us together and our minds into this book. And we have done it fast, guys. You know, it's not a big literary masterpiece, but we have like poured our thoughts and leadership into this book and our thoughts. And we'd love to know what you think. It won't take you the whole, it won't take you a week to read it. I think that we just focused on delivering the message concisely and the golden nuggets.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Shelley and Brett, who are actually in Hawaii watching us right now. Hi, guys.
Well, that's a bit cool.
They know how to do it.
Do you know what I like about it? And I like this about some books and not all, that the chapters are outlined. You could literally lift it and need to know something about limitless beliefs or opportunity or whatever it is, and just read that chapter to bring it together to kind of understand what it is. Like, I mean, I'm even just going to name out a few. Yours are
I've got it open
understanding
here.
life cycles. Yeah. So you could lift it and think, oh, right, okay, I need to understand what life cycles are, or I need a wee bit more self-belief. And you can lift it and open the chapter and read it and take from that what you need on that day.
Yeah. And you know what it is about writing in our genius zone. So it's like, as much as we share our views on so many things, we both come from the essence of different. You come from the mental wealth aspect of it, and I come from the universal thinking. And we just bring bring it together and make it happen, because we are sharing our golden nuggets so that you can benefit, because we all rise each other up, we all share our genius with each other, and then we can all make amazing things happen in our lives. Yeah. And so we structured it like this here, where we've got our introductions. We both have our own individual introductions, and then we kind of like dance in the chapters. I write about prioritizing joy and the full cup analogy, really just giving a new perspective on that. And then, Emma writes about building your mental wealth and challenges and your perspective on change. And so what we're doing in this is sharing our perspectives on things, because it works for us. And it's up to you to read it, take what you want from it and put your perspective on it and make it yours and make it work in your life. Because if we can do it, anyone can do it, can't we, Emma?
But surely that's what it's all about. You know, it's like sharing, as you said, your genius zone or your wisdom or your experiences. And really, just as you said, we're putting it together in our perspective. Like, people quite often go to me, mental wealth. Oh my goodness, I love that term. Where did it come from? What do you mean? So parts of the book and different chapters, I'm explaining what I mean by. So obviously, having worked 23 years in mental health, I believe that we should be aspiring for mental wealth when we're well as when things aren't
Yeah.
going so well. So it's all explained, the concept around that in the book, and the idea around having like that mental, that wealthy mindset in terms of just going that wee bit extra, filling yourself with resilience, filling your cup, filling your love. So when something does come along, it doesn't hit you as hard or impact you as hard. And it's about achieving that mental wealth.
It is so that. And that's what I love, having conversations that just inspire you, motivate you, ignite you. And I have a few people asking about where it's available. It should be available on ebook today, and it's circulating as print book. But if you go to www.mmhpress.com, you can get it there, and we can deliver globally. This amazing book. And it was just so fun and so easy. So I want to talk a little bit about the process, because, being an author and being a publisher, we just toed and froed really well, didn't we? We just pinned down our contents. This is what you're going to talk about. This is what I'm going to talk about. Some things overlap, but we had two different perspectives, because I was coming from a universal thinking standpoint, and Emma was coming through the mental wealth, and it just worked. And so how did that go for you, sis? Because obviously I write all the time, but for you, how did that feel?
So what I done was, so we talked about chapters, and I liked that structure of the book. So I then had to sit and work out and prioritize what chapters, what I felt really needed to be put into this that will enhance, I suppose, your universal laws as well. And that's what I chose around opportunity, um, getting rid of limiting beliefs. And then that allowed me the structure then to write the chapters. So I wrote the chapters one by one individually, whereas when I wrote a book before, it just flowed from start to finish, and the
Yeah.
chapters came at the end. But this
Yeah.
book was different. We set the intention of it was going to be our knowledge and wisdom and what it was going to be. So the chapters were actually set first, which I enjoyed as part of the process.
But it wasn't it like, and I like to make it nice and easy so that people can learn from this and do it for themselves. It's just like writing long blogs, isn't it?
Yes.
Because it's not as if everything has to flow into each other.
No.
It's that you can just jump in and read a chapter, and then you take what you need out of that, and then you can move on to, and that's what I love about that, is that you can just jump in, learn what you need on that day, or even open up the page and see where it lands you. It's just amazing. We're having lots of amazing comments here. Kate Lynch says, looking forward to getting your book, ladies, and amazingly well done. You're both a total inspiration. Thank you,
Thank
Kate.
you, Kate. Thank you.
Katie Garner says, congratulations, Karen and Emma. Amazing. Thank you, Katie.
We're
And
all
Jean
up early.
Marie. Well, you're up early, aren't you? We're kind of end of the day or middle of the day here in Perth. And you're looking nice and brighter. Like, we've got the sunshine here in Perth, and you're got this amazing glow. Is that the magic light?
It's the magic light. It's pitch black outside. I mean, it's absolutely pitch black. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, but obviously we're coming into autumn. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolutely pitch black. So I have lights on all around the whole house. So I'm
Contrast. We
looking
get her
all
to Perth
glowing.
yet, guys. We get her to Perth yet.
What about the
So I just
cover?
want to read, yeah, yeah. And do you like the cover? I
That.
designed this cover myself, just a moment of inspiration, and it just captured my heart. I absolutely love it. And I have a thing about hot air balloons that remind me of Melbourne. And when we were in Melbourne last weekend, I was sitting at the window, and here the hot air balloons went past the window. Crazy stuff, but amazing. So when universal thinking meets mental wealth, magic happens. Join sisters Karen and Emma Weaver as they share the collective insights into some of life's hidden gems, so that we can all benefit from their shared knowledge. See, we keep it simple, to the point, and deliver the message. And that's what it's all about. And we could read from it, but we're going to let you read from it.
Yeah, Yeah, it really is going to be take what you need. But you know what I love about it, Karen, and you said it earlier on, you know, when people see you and I together, because obviously we've two completely separate groups of people, really. Now, to be fair, they're more joined up now than ever, but we potentially did. And whenever we got together, people used to be, oh my God, used to. And just the way we go on, that's the book. The book is
You can bring us home with you now.
It's going to be, oh my goodness, that is so Karen and Emma.
Yeah. And we're actually streaming on a lot of platforms here. So we're streaming on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and we're in our Weaver Birds threshold as well, Stomping Grounds, where we cannot wait for that to pick up again, because we absolutely adore Weaver Birds Live TV and the community we have there. So we're coming back, guys. So watch this space.
Exclusive.
Yeah, we're just trying to find the perfect time, you know, because 5 a.m. was fine at the beginning for me, but really not after a while. It just, you weren't getting my best self, you know. Maybe this is our magic time now, Emma.
Yeah.
You know, 7 a.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. in Perth could be a good time. So we'll see.
It could be our sweet spot.
Absolutely. Emma, there's one piece of golden information that always sticks out in my mind from you, and you created it. You talk about the mental wealth bank, you know, that vault. Can you just talk about depositing into that and how people do that?
Yeah. And really, whenever I talk about mental wealth, people try to attach it to monetary value or money or growth in a money mindset. And whilst mental wealth is everything, all parts of your life, and I spoke about this in my TED talk as well, it's about building yourself up all of the time. It's about the things that you do on a daily basis to achieve mental health and well-being within yourself. So I talk about that, depositing that into your mental wealth bank. So if you're going to yoga, if you're doing your breath work, if you're journaling, if you're going for walks, keep doing that daily, keep growing it. And that you are technically depositing that into your mental wealth bank. So if something unfortunate does happen in your life, or if there's any issues with that, you are then able to go into your mental wealth vault and take from it what you need, because that has already helped you build the resilience, and then allows you not to be impacted so much by whatever it is. Most of us would have a down day. Life happens as well. Negative thoughts can get into your head. But if you were constantly depositing into your mental wealth vault, then you're going to be able to take out of it what you need to get you through those times. And it really, really works.
It really works. And I talk about it as well, but in a different sense. So I talk about it of prioritizing joy in your life, because when you prioritize joy and the things that fill your cup and make you happy, then you live life at a higher vibration. You've got more. So when things happen, and life happens to everybody, we can't avoid that. Sometimes that's just beyond our control. But when it happens, you don't fall below the line. Yes. You've got enough there, and you know, you may stumble, you may pause, but you will not fall below the line that you won't have the resources needed to get back up to your happy place. And that's why I prioritize and, you know, make sure that I am doing things that bring me joy. Like I do a job that I enjoy. I love hanging out with my kids. It fills my cup. I prioritize all the things that makes me happy. Yeah. And if it's not a hell yes, you're going to get a hell no from me, because I've learned the power of the no, you know, but I've learned it the hard way, because there was a time in my life where I was just giving all of myself, and my cup was empty. You know, I was right there on the line, and then something happened and I just hit rock bottom. Now, I was also very positive, happy, but that's just circumstantial. So that's why consciously and very much I prioritize keeping that cup full. And it's the same, but filling your vault, you know, filling that bank up, the reserve bank of me. I fill it up all the time and keep hanging out at the high vibrational. Not only do you not sweat the small stuff because you're way above it, you just end up enjoying life so much more. You have a better experience of life, and you put things that you enjoy first. But then it also means that you can give the best of yourself to others, It's not, we want to be our best selves, to give the best of ourselves to others, those who deserve it, or our clients or our children or whoever it is. Because if we're not doing that, then we are not serving well either. That's my
And it definitely,
philosophy on
and
it
I
all.
think, sometimes we feel guilty or feel bad for looking after ourselves, especially as women. And I don't even like to generalize, but it's just a thing. And I had a meeting yesterday. I was in the Ashley Centre here in Enniskillen, and that's what we were talking about. And I said, self care is not selfish; it's essential. You cannot support others without you looking after yourself. It's just, if your motive is to support other people, if that's what you're thinking, is you need to look after yourself first.
It's actually reckless to not prioritize your own needs, because, I often hear this. It's actually the Duchess talks about this, but putting on your own mask first before helping
Yeah.
others. Because if you can't breathe and survive, how are you supposed to help others? And so you have to make sure that you are there in that place to be able to help others, and then you're able to help them at your best self. And that's what I always am mindful of, because if we're reckless if we don't take care of ourselves first, because we're not giving the best of ourselves, isn't it? And we're here launching our book on Mental Health Week. Woo! It wasn't planned.
There's
We were
always
supposed
a
to launch
reason.
last week. It's meant to be.
Yeah. And I think this book is going to give people joy and snippets and bite size into well-being and that wealthy mindset, because it is about mindset as well. And a lot of the time we have to unravel some of our thoughts or some of our beliefs, because sometimes we think a certain way and we don't even know why. So we do need to challenge why we think a certain way, or why we're putting those limits on what we can achieve. Where is it coming from? And it's all in the book.
It's all in the book, and isn't it so that we have to unlearn things from, if it doesn't serve us moving forward, it may have been, those belief systems that we take on, we don't have to carry them through life if they don't serve us well. I call it an unbecoming. It's kind of got
Very good.
where you just you allow yourself to unravel, and then come together in this beautiful tapestry of life. It's a read. I'm getting all literary here, but it's a gorgeous process, but it can be painful,
Oh, and it is. I'm going to try and use that word somewhere today. That's very unbecoming. If somebody is unraveling something.
Unbecoming is a beautiful thing to
It
happen.
is.
It's just
I'm going to use it.
So I have to admit, I wish that you were here today, so we could celebrate on the beach, go and have a nice champagne together. But I'm sure, and I promise you, sis, that I'm going to go and do that tonight. I've got a Books and Biz event here at the amazing My Little Bookshop with all, Sarah Blake's going to be there, Jess is going to be there, all of the amazing business owners around this area are all going to be there. And we wish you were here too, but you will be in spirit. We'll bring you in on a face Zoom or something.
Yes, you may do something. Have me there some way.
We'll have you there. I might get a cardboard cutout of you, man. Keep you in the shop. I'm
Well, I
not even
suppose
joking.
the whole idea was we would have technically been together when the book arrived in Sydney.
1 hour. 1 hour after I left. There you go.
40 minutes. 40 minutes.
It's all
was
good.
the countdown, but it wasn't meant to be. And I do believe everything is divine timing. And now I sound like you, but I do believe today is the day, and the impact, and hopefully we're able to help people, with our knowledge and understand. Because I mean, this is our baby in terms of it's all your thoughts and all of my thoughts, and it's put together really just to kind of put it out there.
It's our gift, isn't it? It's our gift to you guys, and we hope that you get it, that you get, and you get the message from it, and you receive the loving intention that we've put in it for you. We're serious not in it. We just share it, as it is. So we're just getting to the point. And we're really, really blessed. I'm going to pull up a few people who have sent messages here. Glenda Trog. Hey, Glenda, how you going? And congratulations to both Karen and Emma. What a positive, dynamic duo. We'll take that, won't we? Any day. And Jean Marie says, congratulations and cheers. Thank you, Jean Marie, for sharing this with us. and the amazing Sarifa, who I was spending time with last weekend at her amazing event in Melbourne. Abel is on next year, guys. Got to get your tickets now. They're selling out fast. Hello, Emma. It's so beautiful seeing you again. I missed the chance to talk when you were in Sydney. Hope to see you again. You will, Sarifa. You will. Oh, Chrissy. Hello, Chrissy. Good on you, girl.
Another early riser. Hi, Chrissy.
Yes, good to see you on here. So, yeah, so we can officially say that this is launched. We'd love to, if you get a copy of it, take a selfie, #selfie for us, and hashtag the wealthy mindset, so that we can see you, put it together, and you can be part of the celebration with us. And I cannot wait to share with you who I am, what thought leader I am partnering with next to share collective thoughts with. And I feel very blessed to be able to do this. And books and stories change things. When someone reads your book, you have their full attention and they can absorb the words and they will have an impact. And so we hope this has a beautiful impact on your life. Because you can choose to have a positive thought or a negative thought. Is your choice, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, why we always allow the negative thoughts to come in quicker and overpower more so than the positive thoughts is proof that you can do it the other way, where the positive thought can come in and completely be to the forefront. So wealthy mindset.
Isn't it sad that it's more, people instinctively go for the for the latter, and it's but once you get into a habit of choosing the positive, there's no negatives.
Once you realize you have a choice, you have a choice.
You can't avoid it, guys. You've got the responsibility. It's your responsibility, happiness or not, no matter what your circumstances are right now in this moment. If you want it to be different, you got to do things differently. So a simple choice, or even going into gratitude, or all of those things will start shifting the energy around you, start shifting your life, and you can start, and you'll see the power of your mind. It's just the most beautiful process to watch. And when you look back and reflect on it, you'll be going, wow, I wish I'd done that sooner, but I'm glad I did it then, and it's just so powerful.
Absolutely.
We've got Dr. Olivia Ong, who I met in Melbourne at the weekend, and she also has her own book out, but she's done a collaborative book as well. Congratulations, Karen McDermott. Thank you so much, Olivia. Even though I'm Karen Weaver for this. Confusing everybody. I've got two hats, author and publisher.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sandy's here as well. Amazing. Thank you for the love, Sandy. Amazing. And our good friend Michelle, Nikki Martin. She can't wait to watch it.
So it's
all right, sis. Will we love and leave everybody there? Go and grab your copy at www.mmhpress.com. Thank you for celebrating with us. We've had so many amazing people come and join us here. And we'd love to have your feedback. We'd love, even if it's with a Kindle, you can still take a picture with a Kindle or a phone, send it to us. We'd love to see it, and we will share you in our networks and be very grateful. So have the best day. Always choose positive, and we wish for you a wealthy mindset.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.